This past weekend, it was the king tide in Northern California along the coast. This means that the tide was so low that we could walk out into spots that were normally covered by the sea and look into the tide pools to see all sorts of unique rocks, shells, sea stars, sea urchins, and anemones. Walking through the tide pools is like meditating through nature, looking closely to see what magic you could find. Albert Einstein once said, "Look deep into nature, and then you'll understand everything better." I think he was right. Coral. As I walked through the tide pools, I noticed that the creatures that lived there were also beautiful and resilient in their own way, like these anemones that opened wide when they were unbothered and covered in water, and closed if the tide washed away. Just like humans, we can close up if we feel threatened, and walk open-hearted with those that we love. Sometimes I can get caught up in my own world and in my own life and forget that there's whole other beings out there, like the creatures beneath the sea that I never really think about. Walking through these tide pools, it's easy to see how much these creatures are similar to humans, adapting to so many different circumstances, changing tides, varying water temperatures, waves crashing, and even leaving behind old shells and finding new ones to house them once they've outgrown their old ones. Just like humans, leaving behind old circumstances to find new ones that fit better. These tide pools are an important part of our ocean's ecosystems, and many of them are disappearing due to climate change, pollution, and human interference. By taking small actions like using reef-safe sunscreen, picking up litter, and reducing plastic use, we can protect these spaces for future generations.